Hi folks, Ron Wasik here, Polish Pickle. We're going to go on a kind of a strange hike today. I'm not more than a quarter of a mile from where I live, and it's a very cloudy, drizzly day. Wearing a different hat today. Wearing the same jacket, good old U.S. Army Corps engineers. But we're going to go walking right out here where I took a picture of a 9-point buck that, believe me, we're in a suburban area, and there you just saw a runner going through. But we're going to walk and talk today. I'm going very, very light. I'm only going to carry a little fanny pack, some water, my GPS, and of course my watch. So let's get this thing started so we can get the location, and I'll be right back to you after I get this stuff on and put together and in. Be back in a minute. All right, well, got a little bit of a slow start there. Forgot to put my water in, and for everybody's information, let me show you what this system that is I'm going through. Wyomissing Park. It's right near Reading, Pennsylvania. Residents and guests only. Well, I live a quarter mile from here, and I'm a resident of the area, but I'm not from Wyomissing. I'm from Spring Township. We have borders that are right next to each other, and they're not really mad about that. They just try to keep down the riffraff. But they have dog rules. They must be leashed. Of course, you see that a lot. And there's a lot of people that do walk this area. Okay, now I'm back at you. Trying to get this thing adjusted properly. There we go. Now I'm in frame, and we're going to go for this nice long walk. Let's hope this thing isn't too bad a vibration. But I got the GPS set, and I got the watch set. So we're going to see what happens. Wanted to go out to Blue Marsh and walk today, but oh, that fell through. And the other half is making meatloaf for supper, so I want to be home. She just put it in at 3 o'clock. It's a little after 3 now, so we still have an hour and a half to go before the meatloaf is ready. But I want to be home for that because I love meatloaf. So I have no idea where these trails go. They don't provide a map, but I had come out here with my neighbor one time, and where I'm actually heading for right now is where I saw that 9-point buck. Over the hill here, where those trees have a break, and you see all the hardwoods. Plus, let's see if I can get them. Pretty little sight today. You can hear them. There they are. We're at that time of the year. We got a whole bunch of geese flowing through. Of course, they're heading south. Okay, I'm back at you again. Set the camera up this time on Smart Auto. Starting to look for another camera. This is the let me run it by you here. This is a Samsung 52X, 52 times the digital zoom you can bring it in. I don't like a digital zoom. It gets too pixelized. I do like the analog system. It's a lot clearer. This is supposed to be in 1080p, but I'm not so sure it is. It does take an awful long time to load up on YouTube, so it might be. But beginning of winter, it's right after the first of the year. It's the 4th of January. I didn't want to walk from my house, so I've come up to the parking lot because the last quarter mile is all uphill. So I decided to bring it down so I can hit the truck. And I don't hope I'm keeping this thing going too far, too long, but I did want to get out and walk, keep the legs lubed up for longer walks out of Blue Marsh. So I may walk a little bit till I get to the crest of the hill, then I'll turn you back on. As you can see, there's plenty of room for deer to roam through here. I made it to the top of the little hill here. Just starting to huff and puff a little bit, but it's a beautiful little area. Walked this way one time with the neighbor, but that was a speed walk. And I couldn't see anything or really stop and listen and watch. She just wanted a speed walk. So that's what we did. But we're gonna take our time now and enjoy ourselves and bring it to you. All right, it's starting to get a little dusk, and come up on our first little break and clearance area. Here we have a little trash can to try to keep this place clean. Of course, an electrical box, and you see houses in the background. A lot of good fence areas through here, fence piles, and they have named this the Summit Trail. I guess this goes to the peak of the mountain before it starts heading downhill. So we're gonna see what's going on here. Okay, while we're stopped here for a second, because I'm listening to a squirrel in the background. He's out there somewhere, or she. I got to tell you a little story about my back patio. I've been feeding the birds now for quite a few years. I would say going on maybe 10 or 12. I got bird feeders, and of course you all know that squirrels are a problem. Well, I borrowed a live cage, live trap from my uncle. Decided to see if I could get rid of the few squirrels I saw. Well, what I thought were 4 or 5 squirrels, right now I've already turned loose 14 of them down by the museum, which is to our right approximately a mile. Now, as I said, I live that way about a half a mile. Of course, I've walked a little bit now. So I took them down to the museum. Now, as you know, there's squirrels everywhere around the museums. And I figured they went down there, they're going to have themselves some buddies. And they would stay down there. Of course, my uncle said you got to take them at least 5 miles away so they don't come back. Well, I played a little trick on them. I took some red spray paint and squirted their butt with it. So if I see any squirrels come back to my place with red paint on them, then I'll know they're coming back, even from a 1.5 mile distance. So, again, I'm up to number 14. Here comes another walker up the path. I'll turn this off till they pass. Okay, she passed with her lab, and I guess I don't know about these trails. I am completely lost. Well, there she goes. Big old golden lab. They're out for their walk and their run. But again, I am really lost in which way these trails go. I mean, all I got to do is walk out to the street and I can get home, but that's not the idea behind it. I am interested to see where they go and how they go. Again, here's another split. Now, I know that one goes down. I know that one goes down to a parking lot. Oh, I stand corrected. That goes down behind the school, down that way. Down this way, if you look through the trees, you'll see a little yellow down there. That's a school bus parking lot. So I guess that's another way we can walk up, but I really don't want to go down to the parking lot. I don't want to walk too much further away from the house, so we're going to take this trail here. Now let me show you a little bench that somebody's made out of some wood here. Cut some huge trees and made this beautiful bench with raw wood, and there's a plaque on it. Let me see if I can see what it says. Robert H. Clymer, Jr., 1919 to 2006, member of the Park and Shade Tree Commission. Dr. Clymer's ever-present interest in the park system and his commitment to its preservation and improvement was instrumental in providing a place of continuing beauty for the benefit of all Wyomissing citizens. This bench is dedicated in his memory. Ah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. This bench is a beautiful work of art. And I hear somebody walking up my shoulder over here. Oh yeah, two big Afghans. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Come on over. Come here. These are actual Wolfhounds. These are the first ones I've ever seen. Hi, guys. Wow, are they strong necks? Wow, no wonder.
I give them 3 to 5 miles a day.
That's great. That's great. Wow.
That was since I was a teenager.
How about that?
Yeah.
How old are they? 3?
Yeah, they just turn a little...
They're that big and they're 3.
You're not going to get a whole lot taller, but they need the chest.
Yeah, they're going to fill out more.
Yeah, and they bottom.
Yeah, you can tell they're runners.
You're taking a picture. This is a good time.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, they could run down a deer right now.
Okay, I told you about that deer that was seen here that I saw. I'm going to try to insert a picture through the woods where I saw him into this video. But he said one of his friend's dogs come up and started pestering him, and the deer turned around and tried to stab him. The deer is getting kind of hot. It is right after mating season, after the heat of the deer. And it might be just that he's starting to get ready to lose his horns any time now. But if he's going to be that mean, I guess everybody better watch out what's going on. Okay, we're coming back up to an intersection that I just came through. I am going to be taking a right turn, and instead of taking a right down below, I'll take a left and walk up along the pine trees. And this is right around the corner where we saw the lady with her lab. Okay, now right down there is that bench, right about there, that I showed it to you. Walked that path, came around a circle, and now we're going to take that left path down along the road, down where I saw that 12-pointer, and then back up again to the truck. And right now I'm already at 3/4 of a mile, so it's not a long path, but it's a pretty path. As you can see, we're walking down a little bit, coming out to the road, and my watch just flipped up that it's been 1 lap, and it's continuing. That's 1 mile is what it was. Walking down through here, and right down here on the right side is actually where I saw that buck. So this area is so thick. These animals could hide in here anywhere and not be seen. And I guess it was lucky. They have their little paths there. You can see one right there breaks through, goes into the pines. But I'm going to walk up the path where I saw that deer. Paths go all throughout here. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not hiding inside that pine forest. A little mushy today. Looks like the sun is finally going to break out. They did call for it this afternoon, but it never got here. It stayed cloudy and drizzly and yucky all day. So let's go where I saw him. Okay, I stopped here because I was on that road. You can see it right in the trees right there. And I stopped right there on the other side of the road. And that 9-pointer came out right here and stood here looking at me. And he took a left turn and he went up this little road. A couple guys stopped and filmed, but you can see how nice and clean it is in there. He could be anywhere up here, or he could be behind me, but all of a sudden it's gotten real muddy. Hard to walk. I'm slipping going uphill. Okay, we're heading back toward the car, which is right down that valley, that little area where the people are walking up. And I just stopped and talked to a real nice young man who lives right here. He's sitting on the park bench. Name is Otis. Real nice. He's seen the deer a couple times. I have yet to see him out here, but I'm going to. And we're going to take this thing home. We're going to put it on YouTube. All right, folks, we're back at the truck. As you saw, there's plenty of room for deer to roam out here. I mean, miles and miles and miles of it. I don't know how many acres this is, but it's enough. So, getting back to me, good little walk. It turned out to be a 1.5 miles. Very happy with it. I'm going to give you the stats here in a second. Be right back. Okay, at the back of the truck turned out to be 1.5 miles, burned 206 calories, and because it was such a slow walk, it was 53 minutes. I was enjoying myself today. I wasn't going out there to break any records, so just enjoying it. That was off the watch. I'll have to see what the GPS says when I get home. So stay strong, patient, and trust your journey. You'll return. See ya.